Though the heroes banded together to stop the Dead Three and the Elder Brain, the scars from the villain's twisted plot run deep. Faerun stirs. As the world recovers, a new threat will arise that could plunge the world into chaos.
Oh, I'm back again. Let us see what mischief I can get up to now.
Here's your lesson for the day. One can't truly teach if they are not willing to learn.
Death isn't something you need to be afraid of. It's simply a new path to walk.
You wanna burn old Marcus? Well, mon frere, I was born a little for me. The fire keep me warm, baby. If you wanna burn me, you best try harder than that.
This world will be mine.
Hello, Internet. Welcome back to Shadows over Baldur's Gate and Crit Hit Chronicles. Yay! Okay. We are all super excited to jump back into tonight's session, but before we do, just a couple of quick reminder announcements. I know. We are sponsored by Modern Artifice. So if you would like to get some beautiful, beautiful dice that roll so well, they only roll natural 20s. It's true. It's the truth. It's the hard truth. Don't say otherwise, Lauren.
I swear to the universe, I did actually roll a natural 20 on it.
You see, it's been proven now. You have to go and get a set of dice. No, if you use code CRITICCRON, you get 10% off of your order. They seriously make some of the best dice that I've used. I have my favorite set of dice because of them. So we want to support them. So go and do that. Also, if you can see below in our character portrait section, there's a little bar, which now already has $30 donated. If we hit our tip goal, both this party and the Thursday night party will just gain a level, because why not? That's not going to be a problem or anything. It'll be fine. It's not going to throw balance or anything off. It's going to be totally fine. So if you feel like supporting the show, there's going to be a link coming through the chat, which I just reminded myself I need to switch one link. It's fine. Doing this by myself sucks. But if you feel like supporting the channel, it is thoroughly appreciated. If not, if you just want to chill and hang out and enjoy the vibes, totally cool too. But before we jump into tonight's session, we have a wonderful cast that we want to give the spotlight to. So I will toss it to my wonderful cast of players.
I'm Lauren Urban, she, her. You can find me on the internet at lauren-urban.com because it's easier to go there than anywhere else. Tonight, I'm playing Ujazash, a Dragonborn ranger, also she, her, who is probably going to need to be reminded that we should talk to somebody first before we kill them.
And I will be the one reminding them. Hi. I am Omega, also known as Crypt Bard. My pronouns are he and they. Contrary to popular belief, as seen by the rotating art pieces, I am not playing Gideon. Gideon has been retired. Sorry. If you missed the episode, go watch it. Go to youtube.com/Crit Chronicles or whatever it is. And go follow and watch the show. I will be playing someone only known as Leopold. Right now, or Leo for short. Their pronouns are he, him. And they're just, a precious person doing a job for Granny.
It's just a little guy.
Just a little guy.
Just this guy,
Just
this guy.
This guy, he's little.
Hi, hello, good evening, folks. You can call me Laura or Tutu or Laura Tutu. My pronouns are she, they. And tonight I will be playing our Hexblood Celestial Warlock, Winifred Fithiok, who, with the departure of Gideon, realizes that she might actually be in charge of this party. Oh, God. So along with Leopold, she will be making sure that the rest of them remember that it's usually a good idea to talk before we start throwing punches. Isn't that right, Marcus?
Hi, everyone. I'm PJ. I'm playing Marcus. My pronouns are he, him, as is Marcus. By the way, are you done, Laura? I didn't want to step on your toes.
No, I was just being an asshole.
Cool.
Comedy still holds up. Yeah. Hello, everyone. My name is PJ Miguel. You can find me all over the internet at PJ Miguel. You can find me here playing Marcus, the tiefling tattooist, pugilist with bunches of punches, eating munches for lunches. And if this nerd doesn't have the money, I'm gonna knock his lights out. I'm just saying. It's been too long since I got to touch a head. So we're gonna see what happens, and we're gonna have fun. And I don't know. I haven't slept in a month. We're just here to have a good time.
Just clarification piece.
No, we don't want to clarify any of it. We just want to move on.
Keep it
Beautiful.
rolling, DM. Keep it rolling, DM.
Beautiful as it was.
As always, I'm the worst intro. Let's go.
It's the best. I don't know
We're
what
the
you're talking about.
best.
So, when last we left our intrepid heroes, after enjoying a night of respite out after dealing with the Mayakinid colony and traveling to the Last Light Inn, our heroes were able to enjoy themselves. Gideon, the resident bard and teacher, had come to a realization, and that is that as much as they love the adventuring life, they know that they will never be able to stop if they continue. And it's not just Gideon's life that he is looking after, it is also Illithor's. So both Gideon and Illithor decided to depart the party to head back to the Blackstaff Academy, leaving the rest of the heroes to venture eastward towards the city of Elturel, just recently brought back from Avernus, the first level of hell. Upon arriving, they could see that the city, some parts of the city still had some of that bit of warped architecture. Some of the buildings still looked a little beaten down, a little broken down. And they learned rather quickly upon entering the city that the city guard and governmental structure that was once here is not really here anymore. The city seems to now be run by others who had to find means of survival in hell. The party then stumbled upon a bit of an altercation where they met Leopold, a younger adventurer who was sent out to collect some funds for a benefactor of his, a wonderful halfling whose name definitely 100% escaped me, which is bad because I should know that. And I keep pulling up the wrong sticky note, but I'm going to keep doing that. We're just going to... Mrs. Honeymeadow. Got it.
I was going to let you get there.
I found it. And Mrs. Honeymeadow offered the party members a place to stay after paying their dues and helping her collect. The party was told of a mage named Alabaster who had yet to pay up and given a location in the city where you might locate said mage. And as you had stepped out into the road, that is where we left off. So, heroes, as you step out into the city, everything seems a little tense. And it's not like something's about to break at any moment's notice. It's just there's this sort of understanding that you can see in the eyes of those that you pass by that it's collection day. And some people don't seem to have a worry in their minds at all. They seem to be strutting and puffing their chest out and enjoying the day, while others are not so confident. But as you make your way through the streets, what do you guys do? Do you guys stop anywhere? What do you guys want to do? What do you want to talk about?
I think as we're walking, as this journey is beginning, you all would see, you would hear Leopold whistling, kind of like not childish whistling in a sense, but it's just like a random melody. And floating in front of him, again, you don't see anything really carrying this thing, no sign of arcane, but floating in front of him is a small like little notebook. And there's a bunch of things scribbled on it. Whoever has like a really good passive perception can see names scribbled on it. And like the first 2 or 3 names have been scratched out. And you actually see the other hand that he had. Well, I say other hand, his right hand that's not holding anything potentially. The finger is glowing a dull purplish color, and he crosses out a name, the next name on the list, and it's a very there's a slight purplish black hue to that marking as he marks it through. Then he just starts studying and looking at the next name. You actually see the next name is Alabaster. Just
So, what can you tell us about this person we are going to collect from?
that's a good question.
That's a bad answer.
I don't know,
Oh, that's a much more reasonable answer. Okay.
but it was still a good question.
So you don't know anything except like where they are and their name.
Yes, Alabaster wizard lives in some tower north side of town. Probably is doing things he shouldn't be doing. Owes Granny money or whatever, and so it's easier not to know people because when you have to do this job, you don't have to have bad feelings. It feels like a friend, and I'm like, oh no, you can't pay. Maybe I'll get you like an extension. If I don't know them, then it's like, screw you, pay up. But yeah.
I guess that makes sense.
So out of curiosity, do we know what he need to pay money for? Like protection? What is he paying for?
Good question. Love these great questions you're asking.
Well, all right then. Okay.
I mean, people need assistance for varying reasons. Sometimes it's perhaps can I borrow $5, 5 gold pieces to give you that back later. Sometimes it's my cabbages got stolen and I need someone to rough these people up, and now you've roughed these people up for me, so now I pay. It just depends on what the deal is. Him could be a multitude of things, He likes magic, so who knows? Maybe he ran out of components. Maybe one of his components went haywire and he needed someone to help. I don't know. I'm guessing at this point.
Oh, that's fair. You okay? So, any thoughts? Any ideas?
Well, from my understanding, Leopold, you're meant to do the talking.
Yeah.
All right. So as far as I'm concerned, we start with talking and go from there and hope for the best.
Yes, we will mostly only attempt to talk. I don't do more than that. More importantly, we don't want them dead because dead mean they will never pay. And to be fair, if they die, then someone else has to take that debt. And typically the one who caused the dying becomes the debtee.
So what happens if they say no?
Oh, no, then they die. But I'm just saying we want to avoid that. We want to be very convincing. I think that's how it works, right? You see him like flip to the front and it's like table of contents. And you see like how to be what is it called?
An audio.
A ruffian.
It's an audio
How
book.
to be a ruffian.
Yeah.
Welcome. Welcome to Debt Collection 101.
You're right.
When you confront the
Yeah.
Very that.
Knees, wrists, fingers, and toes. These are the digits that you'll be breaking in today's episode.
But just goes back to Paige. Either way, yes, we will most likely not have to resort to any type of drastic, violent measures. But if that does need to happen, I do have a little bit up my sleeve. I am useful in that regard. He does like little spear fingers. You see like little purplish sparks come off of his fingers. But that's about it. So,
Okay.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yep.
but I can be quite persuasive.
I don't doubt that at all, me. But the old saying, victory, love, preparation, and all that. So hope for the best, and then I start tracing a sigil on my hand. But be prepared for the worst.
What sigil was that?
Is this in character or out of character?
Leopold, it's clocking. do I probably don't have any recognition, but like, does it look appealing to Leopold?
Oh, that's a good question.
Is it pretty?
Well, so it's more. How do I describe this? It's like it's a slight tracing, so it's like someone like air writing with a finger on its palm. But if you were to look at the whole thing, I guess the question is, do you speak Abyssal or Infernal?
I do not.
Okay, so I would say that it looks like a series of circles, some weird sigils inside, and a bunch of like weird writing going along the circle on the top and throughout the layers of it.
Is it visually appealing? Is it glowing? Is it anything like that?
Good question. No, not yet, but my body is preparing it.
Okay. I think seeing the sigil, you see eyes like dart to look at it, and you see like a hint of a flaring of an eye of like interest, but nothing past that. I'll give that without having an perception and insight. You tell that he definitely seemed curious.
All right. So Mark is going to see that and goes, "Do you want to know about this? You want to know about this?"
Looks fun. I've never seen anything like it. At least, I don't think I have. I like to know. A lot of individuals come through and kind of suck. So, just curious to see what you can do.
Oh, I say okay. When the time comes, you see what I do. Until then, you just got to keep on guessing, because some knowledge is expensive.
Yeah, that's probably true. I can get knowledge in other ways, I've learned, but...
Yeah. Well, if you want to know, and we happen to do more than just shake up a little old man for some pocket change, be more than happy to teach you at a price.
Is there a middle ground? If he says no, we don't want to kill them because then we have to take on the debt, which seems very unfair. Can we just steal it?
Well, to be fair, we probably won't have to take on this debt, because it's not... Either way. Potentially, yes, as long as we get what is owed back to Granny.
Okay.
Simple, easy to remember. I'm sure we'll be fine.
Talk, and if talk doesn't work, steal, and if steal doesn't work, kill. Or do we have something else in between we can do?
Unconsciousness.
Okay.
Ooh, we can knock him unconscious us and then take him to Granny. That's
Okay.
out the middleman right there.
I don't think she cares about the body. I think she cares about the money. Or whatever he owes. We'll figure that out when we get there, though. You know, I love all of these ideas. Oh, yes, I like this group. The last group. Ooh.
Jeez Louise. DM, is Shale with us?
Shale is. She's walking fairly close to you. She keeps eyeing the streets. There's just an air of discomfort around her. One thing that you do notice as you wander through the streets is that the temperature in the city is a little higher. And it could be just lingering from the energy that was gathered when it existed in Avernus. It could be something else. But she just feels a little uncomfortable.
Are you going to be all right?
I'll be fine. The sooner we investigate, the sooner we can leave, I think.
I don't got much, but if you need some, I can try to give you protection.
Well, as sweet as that is, maybe when we're not here.
You don't like
no.
Elturel? It did just come back from, the fiery pits of hell.
Right, yes. No, I was made aware of that. Winnie, your passive insight tells you that it's not the temperature that has her on edge. There's this recognition that she has as she looks down the streets that she has some sort of history here. Now, timeline-wise, you don't know exactly when, whether it was before or after, but she's kind of looking around a little pensively.
So Winnie is, at this point, she's still sort of got her hood up, mostly covering her face and the Elder Cross that bisects her brow. She sort of reaches like almost to scratch her neck and gives like a tug, and there's a wince, and she pulls one of her braids free and wraps it in a little loop and sort of surreptitiously hands it to Shale.
Okay. One, kind of gross, but thank you.
And then in her head, Shale will hear, "Are we going to have a problem?"
There's a moment where her eye kind of twitches at a voice being in her mind, but she covers it well behind that token, sort of emotionless smirk. And she thinks back, well, other than my dog barking, I don't think so. It won't be trouble for the rest of you, if that is any consolation.
Well, it sounds like it might be trouble for you, so that means it is going to be trouble for the rest of us.
The,
Is there something we need to know? Sorry. New group sounds like there's
oh,
trauma.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
yeah.
Well,
That's
maybe a
a
little.
Yeah. But, just like every good life, there's problems.
Hey, Cujo, one look at our chat.
Yeah.
You set the DC, which that's the important part. More importantly, Leopold just like looks at Shale. Just kind of looking curious to see what's going on. His face does not contort. His face does not move. His body does not move. No fingers shift. No words are spoken. I need to know her surface thoughts.
Funnily enough, your surface thoughts conjure an image of a set of armor bearing the crest of the Bright Shield Order.
Ooh.
There's some you don't get like full sentences or anything like that. You probably have to dive deeper for more concrete thoughts, but you do get a feeling with this image, and it's shame.
What is the save from this charisma? Save I'm gonna make.
For that, 12.
Got a natural 20. Great.
Cool.
Gimmick
of the show. Book.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Is that?
I totally didn't. That's you did.
Yeah. Is that Leopold's first role?
Yes.
Yeah, actually. Oh shit!
Whoa,
That's
it
a
was.
sign of
Auspicious.
oncoming.
Out the gate swinging, baby.
That is auspicious as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would say mechanically this was subtle, but you don't know in what way. There are different ways for something to be subtle, not necessarily just a meta magic thing.
I think Udazash, well, she's got a pretty good passive, is also, there's so much new here, so she probably misses anything that's super subtle, but she will look at Leopold and go, "Oh, so were you in the city when it went to hell?"
No, only about a year or so.
Okay, what's the city like?
Well, there's a lot of that over there, and he like points to a random building that like part of the sign is now like singed. That wasn't singed. I don't think it was. I don't know. And this cobblestone is quite cobbly. There's lots of individuals here who kind of come and go. I've mostly kind of stuck with Granny, so perhaps I have a different perspective of what Elturel is in comparison to like native Elturelian. That's not what that's called. Elturite?
Elturin?
Them.
Yeah. Sometimes being from somewhere else gives you a clear vision of what is going on. You see things that other people have forgotten to see or are ignoring on purpose.
Leopold, if your job shaking people down for money doesn't work out, I hear they might be hiring tour guides. That was quite an impressive bit of information you just shared. And within just a few moments, you see that Shale has slipped back into her token friendly personality.
She's being a bitch again.
Mm-hmm.
Winifred just elbows her.
Why are you elbows so sharp?
Because I'm smaller than you.
My passive insight is 15. I think I can clock when someone's being a little sassy.
Uh-huh.
I think he just kind of smiles and says, well, different jobs come and go. It might be executioner next.
Ooh. Okay.
Oh, I thought you said that you don't usually do that.
I don't, so I wouldn't like to not be an executioner. But who knows what Granny needs?
Okay.
Now, out of curiosity, I have a few questions. Like, Elturel went to hell and came back nice and swell. How in the hell did it come back is my question, though.
That was a rhyme.
Yep.
Marcus, that was very nice.
Thank you.
How did it come back? I wish I knew. I wish I knew. I got here I don't know, a couple of months after it came back. So I don't know the previous Elturel. Was not really privy. This was my first time coming here, surprisingly.
Leopold, darling, which way did you say we were headed?
That way. And it kind of skips.
You can just see Marcus looking around like he's trying to solve a puzzle. How? Oh, I get why you're singed, but why the hell are you here?
Winnie looks like she's trying to stave off a migraine.
Leopold
Shale.
starts to skip, and Udazash grins and thinks this is the best day ever and starts to skip next to him.
Shale will walk a little closer to Marcus for a moment and just say, I actually heard that a couple of foolhardy adventurers, not so dissimilar from our little group, managed to go to hell and bring it back somehow.
Oh, you don't say.
Yeah. One of them passed through Candlekeep once. It was a strange conversation. Apparently, you don't come out of hell entirely the same.
That is a factual statement, that. Who is the person you talked to, do you know? Well, obviously, you talked to him, but,
Yeah, he was a wizard, a little unhinged. His name was Mordecant. He really, really wanted to put out an edge of mystery and intrigue, but instead he just seemed a little bit more like an edge boy.
Where I come from, we have a word for that. We call them pizza cutters. It's all edge, ain't got no point, though.
There may be an interesting bar in town if the opportunity provides.
Cheryl, I would absolutely love to get a drink. But if I'm being honest with myself, I'm gonna get out of here. It's giving me some not fond memories.
That's fair.
But yeah,
That makes yes.
at least let's get this done here with Alabaster, and then
Yeah.
we're done with him. We can go get a drink us.
Sounds nice. You all continue to walk through the streets. And again, you're introduced to this tension as you move from one part of the city, which is relatively well kept, to a part of the city that looks a little bit more warped and distorted. Some of the buildings, while still showing some of the damage from just existing in hell, there are parts of the stonework that look like had gotten a mind of their own, almost growing tendrils up like some strange symbiote that sort of froze in place. You see trees whose branches grow at odd geometric angles, quite sharp edges, and you're not quite sure what would conjure this sort of strange reflection into nature itself. You can see many signs around you that you're heading into a mage's quarter of some kind. This used to belong to a nobleman's district once upon a time, but now it seems to have been gifted to those of magical persuasion who still resided within the city as it descended into hell. You come to an impossible tower. A tower implies that it is a solid object extending straight up. It maybe has a roof, maybe has some other antechambers and whatnot. This tower looks maze-like. It is constructed in a way that defies physics. There are singe marks, and some of the stonework has shifted from a pretty commonplace gray, and some of it has been changed into some like red sandstone. Many pieces of this tower almost look like hodgepodged together from other buildings that may have existed in hell. And the grounds immediately around it are... The best way I can describe it is that there is a tension when you look on those grounds. It is open. It is clear of any debris. But there's something about the little motes that sort of float through the air. These little motes of light of different colors that just give you a sense of dread. And there are many of these. And they only stick to the grounds immediately around the tower.
You said they're lights?
They're little, almost like tea lights, like that size of just these little motes of energy just floating through the air.
This is the most fantastic thing I've seen since leaving the Feywild.
Well, it also could be quite traumatizing.
Of course. Usually the best things are.
How many stairs you think you got in this tower? I swear, if I'm going down sideways stairs, I'm gonna be very grumpy.
If they are sideways stairs, are they still stairs?
Uri, I love the way your brain works, but right now I got a powerful grump factor, and I do not got the patience. Me, I'm so sorry.
So no, that's okay. I guess we should figure out why the depressed lights.
I assume I've never been here before, correct?
I will say no. Typically, this pickup is handled by somebody else.
Okay. Okay. Do I know what happened to the other person?
Well, yes, ish. It's people go missing all the time in Elturel. So when they went missing, right around a month ago, right around when the last collection was, is
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So he late times too. Got it. He's going to just kind of look around and just go, just so I don't know much about Alabaster. This was not typically on my route. But if you know what I talked about saying, let's not kill, and I still agree with that. But I think the violence can be on the table if he is not cooperative, because of his double lateness, if you will.
Double late.
Wait, double. What do you mean?
That was, if I'm remembering correctly, someone else typically, Monty typically did this route, and now I think about it, I thought Monty just left. Maybe he went on to bigger and better things. No, he's probably dead, or kidnapped, or dead and kidnapped, or maybe he's one of the lights. I don't know. Polymorph is a thing.
Winifred taps the Raven Queen's symbol at her chest, and mage armor. Motherfucking mage armor.
Yeah.
It's like watching a cloak of raven feathers like drop over her shoulders and then vanish into nothing.
He clocks.
So, do we have to go in, or can we just like yell at him to come out?
I think we can go in. Of course we can go in. Yes. Winnie, you would also note there's like a very, very faint haze upon Leopold. Something his own variant of a mage armor.
Smart.
Yeah, let's just go in. Front door? Is that front door?
Yes, there is a front door. It's almost Tim Burton like. It's tall and it kind of curves a little bit too
Yeah.
much.
Christ.
Just
This,
gonna
this guy's entire blueprint is at a Dutch angle, isn't it?
Kinda.
This is going to be an Escher painting, and I'm here for it.
He walks to the door and puts his hand behind his back, but you all hear doom, 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 as if something has knocked on the door.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
So you stay outside of the grounds? I just want to make sure I understand.
No, he's walking in.
Okay. As you step onto the grounds, actually,
Ah, Christ.
I need you to make a
Deactivate the
dexterity
trap
saving
card.
throw.
A dex saving throw. Love
Yes.
this.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
Just gonna. Do I have anything to change that? No, I don't think I do. I'm just checking. No.
Okay.
Is this against charm or frighten?
No.
Then no.
I don't. A dex, it's fine.
Who knows? Who knows? Okay.
Stranger saves have happened.
As you step and sort of move straight towards the door, one of those little motes of light, a light blue one, floats just a little too close, and you just see this teeny little zzz, and you take 5 points of lightning damage.
Ow.
Rude!
Can I make a Arcana or Religion check?
Make an Arcana check.
Dear Asmodeus,
Rudish.
our Lord and Savior, take my soul for knowledge, please. Okay, there we go. That's gonna be a 10. It's nothing.
Very magical. Such magical.
There's definitely that moment of like, oh, I know that one day. I know that one day is a magic puffball. That's what that is right there.
Magic puffball in lots of colors.
Oh, Leo, are you all right?
He like winced from it and like kind of fixes his thing. I mean, getting shocked hurts. I was like, really?
You see several others sort of floating in the air, not moving towards you. They're just everywhere. And you're going to need to make a decision. How are you going to handle this? Because they're going to start getting a little bit closer.
Oh, I was going to say, how far is it from the threshold to the door?
About 20 feet. It's really not that far.
And does it look like they're not around the threshold? They're just kind of...
They just stick to the grounds.
Okay. Do you want me to go on over there and knock? I can get there without having to worry about the magic puffballs, I think.
I know I certainly can.
I mean, sure. Yes, fine. Yes, sure. Yes, I would love to. Yes, do this. Yes. Yes.
Zash, do you want to go?
Okay, I'll be right back. And you watch as she's about to step onto the grounds, and then she just disappears. And I'm going to misty step to the front of the door.
Awesome.
And then up in front of the door.
Okay.
And she kind of stops to see, do any of the puffballs come after her?
No.
Okay. Is there a knocker?
Yes. It looked like at one point that the knocker would have been some sort of like gargoyle looking thing. Not terribly terrifying or scary, but with whatever is happening to this tower, that gargoyle face is now stretched and a little tormented, as the knocker is still there. It's just stretched and sort of at an odd angle.
Okay. I'll grab it and I'll
Okay.
with the knocker.
You
What do you want?
the door knocker has manifested a voice, and you can hear words coming out of it.
Oh, so you didn't tell me he was a door. This would have been a lot easier if I knew he was a door. Hi, we are here to collect stuff for grandmother.
Oh,
I'm not supposed to be the person who does the talking, but I was the one who Misty stepped over here, so hi.
Oh, Misty Step's a good spell. I do have that in my tome. It's so good and functional for many different needs.
Right? Especially if you just want to be lazy and not actually walk, although it doesn't go that far.
Oh, I prefer levitation myself.
Oh, I can't do that, though. I can climb.
You just hear, yes, the other one came, what was it, a couple of days ago? Please, make your way inside and I'll pay you forthwith.
Excellent. Can you turn off the puffballs so that we don't all have to do the Misty stepping?
You know what? The door knocker does not say anything.
I turn around. Does it look like the puffballs
They're
are moving
just-
away?
They're still just meandering through.
I'll turn back to my friends. He says to come inside and he'll pay us, but I don't know if he turned off the puffballs before he went back to wherever he was.
I don't think they do turn off. Damn, I think they're living creatures that want to kill you, if I'm being honest.
Then he should talk to them and say, don't kill these people. I invited them into my house.
All right. Unfortunately, I can't take anybody with me when I do the poof poof.
Oh, if only someone had this fancy little broom that they love riding on all the time.
Shale, darling.
Yes, my love.
Did you want to ask me something?
Oh, I couldn't think of anything to ask at the moment.
No?
She laughs.
Oh, I need to make a con save.
All right. You have this wonderful broom, and why don't we utilize it a little bit? That way you don't have to use some of your arcane energy to go from one point to the other.
What? Actually. How much can the broom of flying carry? I can carry up to 400 pounds.
That's really good.
That's easily the two of you. Easily. Plus the cat.
What?
Plus the bag of holding.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it technically, I probably somehow sort of fit everybody onto the broom.
Yeah.
If I'm just gonna do some gym math here. Look, you gotta know if you're gonna lift. So I'm guessing Marcus, being the height and strength that he is at, and probably the musculature, he's probably about 215 to 230 pounds, just himself, not including his half plate armor, which will put him about 220 to 250.
Oh,
on
fuck.
average.
He's got half plate, doesn't he? God damn it. You motherfucker.
Yeah, 'cause he's the
Yep.
fighter.
Someone's gotta have the heavy armor.
Listen, you mother son of a bitch.
PJ
God
is getting
damn-
yelled at by Laura for wearing half plate, and his response was to flex. God.
I mean,
I put all
You
my.
see what I have to
do.
do? You see what I have to deal with, chat? You see what I have to deal with?
Look away, chat.
You see Leopold just calculating and just looking and making a decision in his head. We gotta get over this somehow, and Granny wants to collect, so he's about to start running.
Yep.
Oh, okay. All right. All right.
if I see running about to happen, I would like to open the door so that they don't have to try to stop short, but can just book
Okay.
it right on in.
The door is unlocked, so it does open, and you can just smell must and dust and decay coming from inside.
Someone does not clean
Leopold?
very often.
I don't have all the things that you all have. Sorry. So gotta make do.
Yeet.
I'm gonna need Leopold to make me another dexterity saving throw.
Ah, fuck.
Yep. Nope.
Oh.
Oh, baby.
Mm.
Hey, the first roll was a 3. This one is a 4. So it doesn't matter how high my plus is. It doesn't matter.
Oh.
I like to call it-
What? One of the other emotes, which is just monochromatic, it's white, deals you 6 points of cold damage,
Ah!
And another one gets you for it's a floating pink one, and it gets you for 6 points of psychic damage.
Fucking rude.
You see when the cold one hits him, he just fully just tanks it and just not feeling good. It's probably like a welt from like feels like probably like an ice, like a snowball, but not really. But as the pink one collides with him, it seems to fizzle halfway. But he still got and just kind of flailing.
You make it to the doorway.
There you go. Yeah. All right, good. Run down to the door.
I'm putting a marker down.
His strategy is flawless. If parts of him are everywhere, then he is nowhere to be touched. Oh, he got touched a lot. Never mind. That did not work him.
Oh no! All right. Marcus,
On
darling.
the ground.
Shh.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Nice run.
Marcus, darling, love, sweet dear man.
I could take 2 more doors, Winnie. But please continue.
Blue screen, buffer. Like quite literally, you like. There's a moment where Winnie kind of forgets that she's talking, and then so the broom I can take myself and Shale, but I think that kind of leaves you out in the cold. Unless you want to take the broom and I can poof it over, but then that leaves Shale out in the cold, and I don't want to do that.
Absolutely ain't none of you two walking to that door. You get on that broom, you get there safe. I'll meet you when I'm there. All right?
Okay, Shale, get on the broom.
I thought you'd never ask. And she sort of sits side saddle.
Of course she fucking does.
Poses a little bit.
Zip.
Some of the white French braid like comes out a little bit from the force that the broom just takes off. All right. Thank you for that.
Are you good? Did I get you?
Oh no. We're
Okay. All right. And I like to think that.
clarification. Did you go
Huh?
up and over or just
Yeah.
through? Okay. All right. Yes. Totally fine.
Like the worst roller coaster ever.
Yeah. It was, I want to clarify, it was only 25 feet, but Shale still looks like it was the worst roller coaster ever. And she's like,
I'm picturing like what is it? Hercules. The fact that Meg fucking hates flying. I'm picturing that when she gets off of Pegasus. Just
perfect. Perfect. Yes, that. And she like puts her feet on the ground and like puts her hand on the door to like stabilize a little.
Rasputin's like, if he had fur that would puff, he would probably be like puffballed out, but he's just kind of like clenched into Winnie's cloak. Just
Probably also staring daggers at Shale.
that cat hates everybody but Winnie.
Yes.
That cat hates. You could just stop the sentence there.
Period. The cat hates.
Yep. Infinite hate.
Infinite
hate.
hate.
God.
Marcus, come on.
Just
Careful,
kinda,
please.
Just kind of look at this whole field. Take my hat. I kind of tuck it down a bit. It goes little enough to me. I get down to a 3-point stance, kind of hike my haunches up, and I just sprint as hard as I can, 60 feet in 6 seconds. Let's go.
All right. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh boy, I should have taken enhance ability.
So here's the thing about fighters. They don't get dexterity proficiencies. I need to get the resilience feat. But until then, that's a 5.
Okay. Well, that's 8 points of lightning damage.
Okay.
And the second mote That is 6 points of acid damage as a green one sort of like went rogue and it's a little bit more mischievous and just passes by, and you just feel this like like green acidic substance land on your skin and singe it a little bit, but you do make it to the doorway.
Once I'm inside, I take my hand on the acid and I make sure to get it off. Just immediately just whip it down, and electricity that's just like, why couldn't that have been fire? No, it had to be lightning. Asshole.
Leo.
Huh?
Do I have your consent to touch you?
Sure.
I love this character so much, CP.
So sorry.
Oh, that's great. Vinny, are you going to try to pick him up? I can help if you need.
Well, no. Is he still on the ground?
I assume.
Oh,
Yeah.
baby. When he's gonna sort of crouch and give him a little pat on the head, and I'll use one of my healing light dice.
Can Winnie also make, not passively, can you make an insight check?
16.
He's kind of hamming it up. Slightly. He's definitely hurt. He got hit, but you can tell that like he's being a little more dramatic, probably to see what someone would do.
Okay, so he does get 5 points of healing.
Okay.
But that second pat is a little bit more of a smack.
Oh!
You'll live. I think you'll live.
I'm not used to. I told you I'm really new to all this.
Get up. You're fine. Get up.
Okay, thank you.
There's a little bit of a smile, a smirk on her face.
Much appreciated.
You're new to this. Haven't you been here about a year?
No, I mean like I don't have a bow and arrow or fist, or I don't really do.
You're new to magic.
Yes.
Are you saying you knew to use a magic or you used knew to? So you got magic on you?
A little bit, yes. I told you just a little bit. Yeah.
Oh, what kind of magic you got? I'm really curious.
I mean, spear fingers. Like little sparks going on.
little prestidigitation.
So I am better with my words than my actions.
I have seen someone talk someone to death. Can you do that?
Maybe?
I have so many questions right now.
I don't want answers to any of my questions. Thank you very much. Marcus, come here.
I don't know if I could give you any answers, but it was amazing to watch.
I potentially could. No. Ooh.
That was,
boy.
I think, the most excited and like devious I've ever heard Udazash sound ever. Period.
Yeah. Out of character, Lauren, you got into your camera.
I've never seen someone attack someone that way before or die that way. It was very interesting. Probably horrible. Sorry, you were doing things.
Winnie looks so stressed out right now. She's trying really hard to cover it, but I think she just realized just how much it takes to keep these chuckle fucks in line without getting here.
Sorry, not sorry.
Marcus, you're sizzling. Come here.
I come walking right up to you.
Doink. 6 points of healing.
Yay.
I think also honoring the insight when you clock it slightly later. He said he doesn't have a lot of like magic and hasn't used magic long. There's truth to that statement, but there's also things that are hidden in that.
It's not the whole truth.
Nope.
When you just kind of like, yeah, it's like you've been saying, CB. Winnie clocks it.
Yes,
She doesn't say anything.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Okay, so we're inside. This is great. Alabaster, where are you?
Alabaster, are you? You just speak out into this impossibly large, almost looking like a grand hall. That, in terms of size comparisons, to quote Doctor Who, it's bigger on the inside. It is old. It is dusty. You see stained glass windows with some sort of light coming through, and it's beautiful. But you definitely see some old books, a couple of plates of what might have at one point been food, that now just sit in disarray. At the far end, which is only about 50 feet down, you can see um, a doorway that leads to a spiral staircase that starts going up.
Marcus walks up that spiral staircase. His eyes just kind of look up it, and he goes, "Hey, Leo, 10 gold say he all the way up there. What do you think?"
I'm not betting because that's probably correct, and I don't have 10 gold.
Miss Ash is going to reopen the door and not go outside, but speak to the door knocker. Hey, we're inside.
Oh, great. Just make your way up here, will you? I'm clearly in the middle of some very important work, and I can't be interrupted unless you come up here. So please, just post haste.
Well, once we get up there, we're going to interrupt you, so you might as well be interrupted now instead of later.
I already am being interrupted now by having this conversation.
Yeah, so why let us interrupt you a third time? Come down now.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay.
I was gonna say if that doesn't work, I'll make an intimidation check.
That's a 22.
You hear
All right, fine. Hold on.
the door knocker goes quiet.
I'll close the door again and go, okay, I guess we're just waiting for him to come down.
I also have to comment on something that I totally forgot about. I think we're gonna do it like this. Winnie, can you make an investigation check?
Okay.
Okay.
Oh! That didn't suck. That is that's a 19 on a die for 19.
Hey.
That's great. When you hit Leopold, when you were doing your healing hands, you didn't hit hair. You hit something kind of leathery? Maybe? A little slick. Slightly. Nothing's on your, that's a residue, but slightly slick. But you did not, you touched his head. You did not touch his hair.
All right, well, Winnie knows all about disguise self because when she's not covered with the hood, she's going to be running around using that. So, clocks, once again, clocks it. Doesn't say anything. It's impolite.
But I do think you would have noticed him because he had his hood down. Hood goes up as the conversation that Udazesh is having.
As you wait for Alabaster, a minute goes by.
Oh, I start to wander this room, just idly looking at everything, probably picking up stuff she shouldn't, like bored, but waiting.
Another minute.
He's taking his time.
Well, there's a lot of stairs, like you said.
If he is
Another
walking
minute.
all the way up there from down to down here, then he's a fool.
If it takes a second, he's going to. Can I do that? Hold on. I just realized. Hold on, really quickly. I need to see if I even can.
Holding.
I really don't actually know if I can.
Everybody, hold on.
Spellcasting.
Hold on to something.
No, I cannot do. Okay, never mind. No, I think he still does. He sorry.
Emotional roller coaster. Okay.
Right. I'm so sorry. I just didn't know if my class can do rituals.
I don't.
That's why they need to just double check.
Think so.
I don't think so. The only thing that confused me is the spell had the ritual tag on it. It was showing for me, and I was like, "Wait, huh?" I just want to do an ultimate double check. I do not think I can. Okay, I can't. Okay.
I think they always show the ritual tag even no matter what, because you can always pick up like
that
the
makes sense.
ritual caster and things. So
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah, I think just you all will see him kind of just like kind of lazily or just kind of standing there. And then suddenly he'll like splay his hands out and like almost like touch his eyes. I'm gonna cast Detect Magic.
Okay.
Just gonna have that going while we're waiting, just in case if any magic comes into the space before he does. Leopold will know. And as a note for someone who said he doesn't know magic, he just cast that like it was nothing.
Yeah, Marcus will definitely clock that, but he's so busy just kind of preparing a sigil on the inside of his hand. He's like,
Before we get to what Leopold sees, Shale, who's right next to Winifred, her arms are crossed, and she's just glancing at Leopold. Huh.
I know.
Anyway, Leopold, as you cast Detect Magic, you're getting a little bit of everything. And it's not extreme amounts of anything. You're not getting a super strong evocation or super strong necromancy. It's just you get this general... You know what? It's almost like you can sense that this area is filled with arcane energy that is not formed into a particular school yet.
Yeah.
The air is just crisp with, I hate to say this word, mana. It's just everywhere.
Yeah, just the weave showing itself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just there.
Just
yeah.
there.
As you... Oh, thank you for the raid, Noir, my darling. As you look across the hall at that doorway that leads to the spiral staircase that goes up, you get like a higher concentration of it in that doorway. But again, it's maybe a little bit of abjuration, maybe a little bit of illusion. It's just this weird sort of mixture.
Yeah, I think there's a level of just looking and just you would see like he's like looking at the doorway at the top, expecting something to come through, but it's not like something's behind the door. You can just see that his attention has gone toward that direction.
And go ahead.
Leopold. You said the last person to collect out here didn't come back.
No.
Oh, the Alabaster, when we were talking, said that somebody came here like a couple days ago.
Oh. Okay. Not Monty?
I didn't get a name. I should have asked for a name. But I felt bad that I was doing the talking because you're supposed to do the talking, so I was trying to make it very fast.
Oh, it's fine. Well, I mean, either way, sending. I typically don't get sent on someone else's route unless things are not as they should be. So, I think there's a level of precaution going into this. But yes, Alabaster was taking so long. I have places to be.
I need everybody to make a perception check.
Scones
Sure.
to eat.
Arse.
Scones to eat.
21.
Nice.
She's working on a new one. It's called a Pop Tart.
Oh,
13.
it better be brown sugar cinnamon or it's subpar. 19. 19.
24.
Oh, shit. You all hear and feel a distant, and there's a slight rumble in the walls before it eventually settles.
From up the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
He's not coming down.
Did he blow up?
Is he sending something down here, him?
We should go up there.
Yeah, we should go up there.
All right. Shale, you want to hop on again?
Oh, all right. Sure. Fine. I would. Yes.
You don't have to if you don't want to, love.
No, honestly, I'm just worried about the stairs. It looks like there's a lot of them, and I don't want to hurt myself if possible.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, as you all start climbing the spiral staircase, you go up about 2 rotations, and you come up to an open doorway that leads into this large, dusty, like grand hall with a bunch of old books, and there's some plates that had something that was once food on it. And at the very end, about 60 feet down, is a doorway that looks like it leads to a spiral staircase that goes up.
Alabaster, are you here?
No
Has anybody
response.
seen any other place, any other way to go? Or because I'd hate for us to go all the way upstairs and him to be going downstairs by like the service entrance, and then we just miss each other. And now I've got to go all the way downstairs, and he goes well. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna. So you know what, DM, if you'll allow it, what's the window situation out here?
Stained glass windows with some sort of sunlight kind of peeking in that really just lights up some of the dust that just sort of hangs in the air.
Do these stained glass windows open?
No, it looks like these are purely.
Okay, I was
for
gonna try and take a page from the video game where you have to like jump off the tower, like the balconies at the tower, because I have a broom, so I can do that. Fuck.
If I see you looking at a window and notice that you're looking for a way to open it, Udazash is just suddenly there holding her bow, smiling.
I'll look at Udazash. I'll look at Leopold. I'll hold up my broom and look at the window.
Hey, Mana's gonna have to hoof at me. I can't fly none.
Marcus, darling,
Yeah.
look around.
Yeah, we in a hallway. And may I also just say, second place with what used to be food. Anyone else think that's very suspicious?
Mm-hmm.
Also disgusting.
Which is why I was gonna scout ahead.
Oh, I see. I thought you were trying to. Okay,
No, outside up.
Yeah, if you want to scout ahead outside, then I'll scout ahead inside, and then we'll meet back
We're
up.
splitting the party.
Yeah.
Hey, sometimes divide and conquer works. Sometimes it don't.
Yeah, just
You
how
gotta
you
do
conquer
stuff.
more ground and, make sure that people don't get into trouble.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. I love this idea.
This is CB, not Leopold.
Trust me, Lauren is in the back of Udazash's head being like, what are you doing? But
Yeah,
Porque no los dos.
Listen. I
just
understand
like-
that you never split
the dumb.
the party.
What could happen? What could go wrong? Let's see.
What could possibly go wrong?
Just want to say that Alabaster is a, from my understanding, a very powerful potential wizard. And
Okay,
going by
alright.
yourself might mean, I don't know, disintegration or bunch of
Alright,
those.
alright.
You know those little magic missile things that just keep poking at you? He can do like probably a bunch of them at one time, multiple times.
All right. We will do this the hard way.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to stop you. I barely even know you. I just thought that, I would bring that possibility to light.
Let's keep walking / gliding. DM, for the next staircase, are we looking at, is there a central column that one could perhaps just kind of go straight up?
real quick though,
Oh yeah.
before we get there, I think Udazash is going to clue into, oh, we are no longer like just going to see a guy. Now we're going through hostile territory, and I would like to actually start to scout ahead, looking for traps, looking for problems.
Okay.
You know,
all
like
right.
30, 40, 50 feet, something
Okay.
significant enough to be able to give a warning.
Okay. So Udazash, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Okay. I love this. This is a interesting team.
Ooh, 26.
Very
Nice.
With a 26, you don't see anything necessarily. You don't see any clear like monsters or creatures or anything. But I will let that ride as you continue forward.
And I'll open the door for everybody.
You step in and you go up the next set of spiral staircases. It goes up about 2 rotations, and you step out into a long 50-foot like grand hall with several old books and some plates that look like they once held something that looked like food. And you start to realize it's the same hall. Every time you go up, you come out at the same door.
Oh, this place is fantastic.
My detect magic was on, so do I
Mhm.
feel any abjurations
Yes.
or not abjurations,
Yes.
but anomalies?
Yes. The stairs themselves have some sort of abjurative qualities to them.
Fucking wizards.
Looks back to Winnie only because he's only seen Udazash with Bo and Marcus. Actually, probably look at Marcus too because he didn't understand what the sigils are. The steps are glowing. I think the steps are the problem. Any way to like get rid of steps? No, not get rid of steps, but any way to cancel magic.
That is not something that is in my wheelhouse, unfortunately. My magic is very particular and limited.
I see.
I don't got magic so much me as I do words, I guess you could say.
Okay.
What sort of glow do you see?
It's it's blue. And it's glowing. I assume that whatever is on these steps are the reason we can't go forward. So we probably need to find a way to magically, dispel whatever's happening here. Sorry, again, above my pay grade. I have no idea how to do any of that.
Right.
Do you think if we go backwards, it will help? If you go back downstairs?
You can give that a shot.
I don't think it'll make us go forward.
Stay right here! And Udazash is going to go through the doorway back the way we came and down the stairs, fully expecting to come out the door on the other side of the room.
Like
I don't know if that's what
Pac-Man?
happens, but that's what she thinks is about to happen.
You hear as coming from the opposite end of the hallway, Udazash appears.
And I open the door. I'm like, yes! I was right. That was fun.
I may have an idea.
Wizards.
Fucking wizards. Alright, I haven't done this one before. Just give me a moment. She approaches the stairwell, and Shale focuses her intent, and you watch her hands move. And as they do, you see wherever her fingers leave, there's this beautiful white sort of arcane energy drawing an arcane circle in front of you. And the her disguised self to hide her scales has been up this whole time, but as she casts it, you just see that the white scales on the top of her head reveal themselves as she is going to cast Gate Seal. You fortify the fabric of the plains in a 30-foot cube you can see within range. Within that area, portals close and can't be opened for the duration. Spells and other effects that allow planar travel or open portals, such as gate or plane shift, fail if used to enter or leave the area.
Cool.
And Leopold, your detect magic, first off picks up the abjuration coming off of her, but you can see the abjurative energies sort of fade from the stairs.
Okay. You can see that his eyes have clocked scales and magic. And there is, for anyone with a good insight, not even like great, but good insight, you see, what's the word I'm looking for? Excitement, maybe? Definitely curiosity, but there's a beneath it, there's like genuine excitement. And he kind of like looks back at the steps. Whatever you just did, whew, I would like to learn that. But looks like it canceled out the steps.
Should be good for about a day.
That was, how'd you learn that?
You travel places, you learn things.
So I should travel and learn.
I mean, if it's on the table.
It's usually actually quite a good plan. Has Shale put the disguised self back up?
She, you know what, she starts to, and then she just realizes that Leopold is like staring at her scales, and she's like,
Too late.
damn it.
So
They are
if
beautiful.
that
It's
is
good to
the
see them
case-
again.
If that is the case, Winnie will pull her hood back and let Leopold see the Elder Cross and the gray lavender skin.
He looks. There's definitely a level of what am I looking at right now? Amazement definitely is the wrong word, but you could tell that he is looking at the isocross and the skin and everything, just taking it all in. You clocked that he has a disguise on. It seems to almost fortify looking at everyone else's. But wow, that's you all have been everywhere. This is whoa. Okay.
They are beautiful, are they not?
They I just never seen anyone like that before.
I can tell you right now, it don't get old at all.
And you don't get any like looks.
I do. Leopold, do you know what a hex blood is?
You know, you have blood in your system and it's like full of magic. I don't.
To an extent, yes. At one point, there was an attempt by a hag coven to turn me into one of their own, and it didn't work. So, what I am is what remains. I get looks,
Okay.
but the way I see it, this is what I am, and there is no use in, and she looks at Shale, hiding it.
Can Winnie make a persuasion check?
Okay. There's a 16 on the die. My fucking persuasion! +5, math.
21.
21!
Nothing changes, but you think he listened. You think he heard that. Like, he didn't just, like, go out there. You think he actually heard that. But he just looks back to the steps and goes, we should go upstairs, and starts to walk.
That's all I want.
All right. You make your way up the stairs, and this time You do not see the same grand hall with the same plate of rot. Instead, you step into a mind-bending library that as you sort of step out of the doorframe, you realize that the walkway ends about 2 or 3 feet in front of you. And as you look down, you see bookshelves floating on their own. You see the walls are covered in shelves of different books. And as you look down, you see that the walls turn and spiral and continue down, down, down. And as you look up, you see that same spiral as it seems you have stumbled upon an endless library.
That's a lot of books.
Utazash, I will allow your perception check from earlier. You can see about 40 feet forward and maybe 15 feet up. You can see another doorway with a similar, like, almost landing area that extends out maybe 3 or 4 feet out in front of the doorway. These bookshelves, like some of these larger ones, just sort of move of their own volition. There's some sort of strange arcane programming where these different subjects just sort of either turn or lift or spin. It is beautiful. It is also maddening.
This is really cool. But we gotta go that way.
So many layers. I just want to go. Okay.
You know what? Actually, I finally had a thought as to where Monty would be.
Oh no.
You just see someone fall.
No.
And a minute goes by.
Oh no. Oh no.
When
It's
you-
Loki in the thing.
Yo. I've been falling for 30 minutes. It was in my head the minute that body went woof. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, he got Loki'd.
I was about to say, just to clarify, is it a person or a body?
I will need another perception check because this is a very fast moving individual.
You know the
That's
way
fair.
to. Do we get the Doppler effect? Yeah, that's the way to tell.
Especially if they see us, you know, even if they haven't been screaming for days, if they see us and be like, hi, how you doing? 25.
With a 25, you don't hear the Doppler effect.
Okay.
As you see it go by again, there's this individual was wearing some sort of hooded cloak and some like traveler's clothes of some kind. The hood billows just enough where you can see features that are not moving, not coherent, not anything. This is a lifeless body. Just
as it's falling, could I attempt to like calculate like the time of it and see when it's going to come down next?
make me a perception check.
Can I help since I'm watching this body? And be like,
Awesome. Okay. 4. Okay. That is a 16.
With a 16, it's right around a minute.
You see technically it has to be a creature, but it's lifeless, so who knows. But he's watching, you see him like suddenly like take stock of like the timing of it, and then as it starts to fall one more time, Nothing moves upon him. His eyes don't flash. His hands don't shift. Suddenly, there is a cacophonous force as the body gets pushed out of the well. I'm gonna use a telekinetic shove.
There's this energy that is shunted out, and you watch as it crashes onto one of the bookshelves, and this body just sort of like flails a little bit before finally remains motionless on top of the about 3 or 4 foot wide bookshelf that is hovering right there.
Is that your friend?
We weren't friends, but that's Now I see why Granny didn't get her collection. Sorry, Monty. You will be missed. He's like goes over to the body, and like that's not like a disrespect of the dead necessarily, but the way he's going about, he's probably seen a dead body or two. Maybe more than that. And he just goes over and just well, he's gonna go to the pockets.
You find a dagger of venom. You find a coin purse with 38 gold.
Jesus.
And we'll say you find a mirror, a strange mirror in their pocket. It has some like rusted metal framing around it, and when you hold it up to your face, you see the face of the person that had caused the confrontation in the bar where you met these new friends of yours.
The guard.
Yes.
Okay. And again, it doesn't look like this is a person who's like, here's a body, I'm just gonna start looting the body. You can just tell he's just getting things off because he's not a pallbearer, he's not a grave digger, but stuff matters.
Yeah, we also can't take the body with us right now, so it's not
Yeah.
like there's much we can do.
And he would, well, that sucks. But this is like, pockets the pouch and the dagger. He kind of like tosses in the air, attempts to catch it, totally hits the ground because he's not a. Yeah. He's have to be cool. He was like, "Yeah, this is really cool." Okay, picks it back up. Just well, may Torm guide his steps with Tormy light. I
A religious
Winifred
type as well.
will step
No.
forward and say last rites over the body for the Raven Queen, and cover Monty with his own cloak. All right, okay, all right. Now you're just making my head hurt.
We're going to have to ask Alabaster to pay for funerals, the cremation. I don't know what they do here in Elturel, but pay for something.
Winnie, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, fuck off.
Oh no! Is it when she touched the body? Oh no!
That's a 9.
When you touch the body, you can feel it's not unfamiliar to you. You feel that little chill run up your hand where you touch the body, and you recognize that it's the energy of a spirit. And you feel memories like sink into your mind. And
fucking rude.
you get a dragonborn being dragged in an alley by somebody wearing armor of the bright shield. You get the taste of your favorite ale at his favorite bar. You get the feeling of uneasiness eating a scone in a bakery. And you get, probably clearer than anything, a conversation. So this thing shows you who tried to kill me last? Well, yes. It's sort of a strange trinket. Relatively new. Perhaps you can find some use for it. You see that this individual, Monty, is speaking with a gray and white tabaxi with sort of fluffy fur, a little heavier set, and he's got like shoulder length, like very lightly wavy hair, and he's got those crystal blue eyes. Don't you shake your head at me, damn it.
Is that all that happens?
Yeah, that's all that happens. You just get flooded with memories for a moment.
Okay. Hey, party. As Winnie says last rites over the body and her hand comes into contact with the shoulder, you see her freeze into place. She takes in a sharp inhale as if she's been startled. And there's a moment where she can't move. Oh, I hate it when they do that.
I hate it when you do that. That was... Breathe. Are you all right?
Yes. Fine.
What just happened?
You're okay?
She glowed.
That's literally not what happened. Sorry, you had a different reaction than what happened when I touched it, so I'm just curious to know what happened to you.
Monty's spirit was still there, and he said hello. And I will relay to the party what I saw, specifically the conversation with the tabaxi about the mirror. I was trying to take notes while you were talking, DM, and I got distracted. God damn it!
No, you're good. That breath at the end got me.
So a silver gray, white, old tabaxi, crystal blue eyes. We think he may have set up his dragonborn for or something.
Or the tabaxi gave Monty the mirror.
Yes.
I think that the dragonborn was just a
It shows the
memory.
last. It shows the last person who tried to kill you.
So the guard tried to kill Monty.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no. Actually, no. The guard was planning to kill you because you looked into the mirror.
Oh, that is true.
Mm-hmm.
He could try.
Oh.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. Okay. Remember that. Okay. Also look at that. Sorry. Just where we communicate.
While you're looking at chat,
Okay.
Udazash will just say, "Oh, when you get a chance, we should pass the mirror around. I'm very curious."
All right. As you all have this moment with Monty's memories, I think this is a good time to take our 10-minute break. So, for everybody in the chat... okay, I guess.
I guess we're Kermit now.
everybody in the chat, thank you so much for tuning in. We'll be back in about 10 minutes. Go take your bio breaks, stretch, take your medicine if you haven't, and we will see you guys in about 10 minutes. Stick around. And welcome back, Internet. So, the party is still kind of halfway in the hallway that leads out into this infinite library with many bookshelves floating. What do you guys do?
I had a really quick question just so my mental image is correct. It's a well, but there are walls around the sides.
Yes.
We should continue past all this, and looks back up towards the area that Udazash points out. Is there like steps to get up to there, or is it like got to find a way up there?
You're going to have to find a way up there. It's not concrete, like, here is the walkway.
Yeah. Okay.
Out of curiosity, while we're planning, Marcus would kind of like to. He's having one of those moments. He's like, yeah, that's important. And he's checking out the books. Can I kind of pull off some of the books and be like, maybe he's got something. I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
maybe he's got one I don't have yet. All right, gotta check it out.
You
Fucking nerd.
Nerd.
You pull a book, and it is The Finer Points of Gardening by Withers Brownstone.
Just kind of look at him like, no, this ain't it. And I put it back on the shelf, and let's go back to look it up and going,
Is it climbable? Like are there things like jutting out to like try to get up, or
As it is right now, there's a couple methods you can make this work.
Okay.
There are some of these bookshelves, these large pieces that sort of float and change in elevation nearby. You could theoretically jump on and hitch a ride on one of these that rides up to get to another bookshelf and essentially Mario your way over. It is a well, though, as well, so you could potentially find some solid footholds to climb around the side and up to where that doorway is.
If you'd like, I can climb on over there and take a rope. Help, like, pull you on over.
Sure. Again, not my forte. I have never been one for athleticism.
Me neither, but I am very quick. And yeah, I got a 35-foot climb speed. I'd like to scurry across the wall. I will grab. I'm sure I've got a rope. If I don't have a rope, I'm gonna be real upset with
I
myself.
think there's a 50-foot rope in every pack.
There-
So
Not mine.
just
There-
kidding.
Rope, hempen. There we go. So I'll take my 50 feet of hempen rope and hold out one end to somebody to take.
I'll take one end.
Yeah, thank you,
Okay.
Marcus. And then I'm going to just take the other end and scurry like a spider across the wall.
Okay. You watch this dragonborn just spider climb all around until you get to that doorway.
I'll land on the landing and kind of take a look around to make sure there isn't something else that's going to get in the way. And then, is there somewhere to anchor this side of the rope? Does the door have a handle?
High or low?
Hi.
The door has a handle.
I'm going to tie it off to the handle because something tells me it would be very hard to break this door because wizard crap. And so I'm going to tie off this end and look back at everybody and go, I don't know how much it will help, but now at least safety line.
Okay. Who then? You have your broom, so who goes first? And looking at Marcus. We're the ones who can't really get around easily.
I just kind of look at it, and I look at Leopold and say,
I'll tell you what, Leo. I'm gonna go up there first. Me, when I get up there, I'm gonna hold on. All you gotta do is jump on. I'll pull you up. How about that?
Okay, I this is a grand idea.
All right. So how much distance is there between us and the rope? Does it go all the way down to us, or do we have to kind of like take a running jump and grab it?
You're holding on to the other end, so
I
yeah.
am the rope. Okay.
You are. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's zip line-esque if I remember the
Yes.
trajectory.
Yeah.
Understood. Okay, so I think you're just in the Mage's Tower for the zip line. What? Anyway, so I go zipping down the other side, and I kind of I allow myself to be the anchor now on this end. So no matter what happens, I can pull or whatever.
Okay. Go ahead.
That was well, you're strong. So I guess I grab this thing and I will hold on. Are you pulling? Am I climbing? What am I? Should I attempt to climb?
So
I will
out of
attempt to
curi-
climb.
It is just out of character. It is like a zip line, so it's going like diagonally
No,
downward.
we're going
or-
up. We're not going down.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's 15 feet up.
In that
Yeah.
case, so like I was definitely just doing like hand over hand, like using my hips to like swing momentum, like very much like army rope pull. So once I get up there and I have you down there, I just say, grab a hold, and I just start pulling you, just hand by hand.
Making that face.
I I am going to need. Sounds like he's pooping. I need an athletics check.
Okay. Why now? Nat 20.
Yay!
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Because if you're good at something, might as well be awesome at something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do something stupid for flavor.
Yes, please.
It's not like anything like of note. It's just like when he's watching Marcus like hand over hand fucking Leopold, like he weighs like the amount of a kitten, and she's watching very intently.
Oh.
Marcus,
Oh, holy shit!
as you are pulling, you hear. Interesting. Sourceless. But you can hear it almost like it's right in your ear.
I just kind of like a huge sigh, and I'm like, please tell me one of y'all heard that spooky ass voice too.
Did one of us hear that spooky ass voice too?
No.
What voice?
I knew this place was stupid me. I knew it was bad. I knew we shouldn't have been here. Whatever.
Okay. I'm on solid ground.
Was Leopold about to make exhausted sounds like he was
Yes.
the one?
Do you know how hard it is to like hold on? He has a negative to strength. What do you mean?
I would imagine like because it was a natural 20, it would either be like super quick or just like almost like how like someone would pull like a cord from like tech would pull cord
Yeah.
like just zip zip zip.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then once you get to the top, it's gonna lift you up, put you down, and you're like out of breath. And I was like, good hustle there. Pop! And just kind of give you a little pat on the back.
Oh, my heart.
Here's a second. Good hustle. Pat made the noise. He goes, Do you need help?
No,
Do you need help?
I'm here. Sorry. Told you I'm a words person. I don't do. You're really strong. You're really wow. Not many I know could just pull someone up and not be breaking a sweat, even if. Yeah.
No, that's understandable. I get that. Me,
For someone who is not a
Man.
words person, you are doing an excellent job doing things that are not words.
Thank you. I appreciate the sentimentality.
Leo, give me a hand. I'm gonna show you what I do. Give me your hand.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
You sure about that?
Mhm.
Okay. That's kind of like, linger and just kind of walk back to the group like, okay, so while I was lifting Mr. Leopold here, I heard a voice in my head tell me that I was interesting. And look, I know I am what I am and I'm pretty awesome at that, but I don't know what that means exactly.
We also still have to. We have to broom it up, don't we?
Yeah, Cheryl's like,
yeah.
Mm. So then that was just straight to Udi. Just like, Udi, I'm going crazy. I'm hearing
actually,
things.
hold on. Wait, hold.
Holding.
Oh.
What? Holding?
Udazash, wait.
Are we holding?
Don't respond to this
We're
yet.
holding because Shale is like, all right, time to jump on the. Wait, I don't have to do this. And she misty steps. I may have forgotten that I gave Shale that spell.
Sorcerers, baby.
No.
Oh, man.
I figured she was just saving her, magical energies.
Yes.
Oh no, I'm already up here. I can't ride on your fancy broom. Oh no. I'm so sad.
There's some choice words in Celestial, but Winnie like side saddles it on the broom and just delicately glides up.
Oh, I was hoping to get at least one more comment so I can hear that sigh just a little bit louder, but perhaps that's later.
I'm gonna
You-
finish.
are you-
Oh, sorry.
You're having fun. You're having fun.
Maybe a little.
Good for you.
As you step into the next room, you see it's just a hallway, but it's got many different beautiful pieces of art and oil paintings of different parts of Faerun. You can see a large diorama, almost like a profile view of Baldur's Gate in all its beauty and all its glory. You can see several other key locations and figures, but there is one that catches your eye. It is the image of a man that you've seen before. Well, 3 of you have seen before. I think you're getting too into Leopold. I love this energy so much.
I don't know if Leopold or CP, but I
Three of us, that's fine. I don't want to see nobody anyway.
I don't give a fuck shit.
Yeah.
It is
Fuck.
a human figure standing with a very regal, noble pose with brown hair that kind of comes down just above the shoulders. And as you look at it, the smile widens just a little in the portrait.
You cocksucker.
I look over at Marcus. Phil, we have our answer now, I think. I mean, did it sound like that person right there?
Okay, has the person in the portrait talked to me since we got in this tower? Like,
No, Raphael has not spoken to you.
that. Okay, yep.
Okay.
Now I know what we're talking about. Sorry, I was like,
Oh,
brown
yeah.
hair. Is it
The-
Gale?
The voice that you heard was not somebody that you had heard before, so it's 2 different things happening here.
Okay. Yeah. So when I see Raphael start to smile, I just go, "Oh, you son of a bitch, you."
What seems to be the problem? You see this oil painting. The lips move and the expression shifts. Oh, interesting. A newcomer.
You all would have seen Leo looking at the diorama of Baldur's Gate, specifically staring at the upper city part of it. And that's almost a sense of maybe longing or like clearly a memory or there's a clear connection. But then turning very slowly to the oil painting that's talking. What's that?
That is a devil.
It's no one of import.
Oh, darling Winifred.
The painting knows you.
No.
Well,
We met, but he don't know us at all, him.
Oh, come now. Relax. This is just merely an aspect of my larger, greater self. But how could one ever forget your beautiful faces?
What are you doing in a painting?
Being beautiful.
It seems very boring.
You'd be surprised that Mage is quite intriguing, and he's working on something for me. I just like to check in every so often, and you see his image shift and move out of view of the picture frame, and he appears in another. This one looks like in the background you just see like a big monstrous dragon like breathing fire down on a soldier that's got his shield up. You see the flames sort of splaying out, but he just moves into the painting as though nothing is happening.
Wait, sorry. He's working with. Excuse me, Mr. Devil, sir.
Yes.
I have to collect from this mage. Does that mean there's hard feelings between you and I? I don't know what's going on, but I need to talk to him.
No, I'm sure he'll be receiving visitors. He's been hard at work. No ill will between yourself and mine.
Okay, love that. Okay.
I'm gonna gently lean over to Winifred and say, "Do you want to just go? I'll follow your lead on this."
Yeah, DM, what's the layout of the rest of the room? Is there another door?
It just leads to another door. This one just looks like it's just a standard wooden door. It's a little weathered, but it's got a handle.
Yeah, okay. Winnie's just staring at Raphael, and she's so annoyed. She's so incredibly annoyed. Come on. There's no use conversating with this one. I'll walk
You
towards the door.
sure? I know where they are.
Didn't I already tell you to fuck off? I'll do
You
it
did.
again.
You did, but it was just sort of rude when you didn't even consider what I could offer you.
I don't want a
boon,
god's damn
perhaps.
thing from you.
Well, you see the oil painting focus on Leo. Huh. Interesting. Well, should you find yourself in need of aid, please know I would offer my services for just a small price.
You will have to define small, because the Fae ask for very large things or very weird things.
Oh, I'm no fae. I would not ask for your happiness or your sense of belonging like a fae would. No, my needs are relatively easy to understand. It would just be a favor. I wouldn't be making such a paltry deal for a soul. No, I'll leave that for adventurers like Marcus here.
We are already doing a favor, so I don't know if we should do a favor on top of a favor.
The offer is open whenever you'd like. Just merely speak my name and you'll find me.
Marcus runs up to the portrait, puts his hand through it, and rips it. And then he takes his hand out and he says, 10 gold says that wizard got mending. I ain't got the fucking time. And he just storms off.
Wow, that's a lot of energy.
There is a whole backstory. Also, that is a very schmarmy devil.
Noted. I don't think I've actually ever seen a devil before. Maybe I have, but maybe I don't recognize them because, doing devilly things. Because
That's probable.
He's a prick, and he will pour honeyed words in your ear, pretend like he can give you everything that you could ever want in the world, and next thing you know, you're, I don't know, chained to some wall in his fucking house in the hells, so...
Yeah, let me tell you me. Some knowledge is very expensive. You don't want to pay that price.
okay, noted. Don't accept anything he offers.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
At
Yeah,
least
yeah,
when
but-
the Fae do that, their trickery is fun.
I mean, I don't know much, but I just think about her stories. To me, it ain't all just merry-go-rounds and cotton candy. Them.
I think you and I have very different definitions on what constitutes as fun, Zash.
That is fair. Also, what is a merry-go-round?
Oh, you ain't been in Baldur's Gate? They got these things called merry-go-rounds. They just like fake horses that just go in a circle.
It's a
And
carousel.
Carousel? Oh, well, one day they call it merry-go-rounds. Like, what is it? Oh, a merry-go-round. It's a good
Is
time.
that what they call it in the lower city?
Probably. I ain't hoity-toity. I'm just going on a merry-go-round.
Sorry, it's carousel. Yes.
So you go round and then it makes you merry.
Look, I have a great time on that. I get on that horse and I'm just pretending like I'm charging. I ain't going nowhere, but I'm having a good time there.
I think Shale and Winnie just did the exact same head tilt at the exact same time. Just
Udazash is very.
I would like to just state, I think Laura and I are playing too many games together because that wasn't Winnie and Shale. That was Cujo and Laura.
I will say Udazash is genuinely interested in all of this, but also is doing it to pull Marcus out of the anger that he was just in. So yeah, as we kind of continue down the hallways, well, when we get back to Baldur's Gate, you're gonna have to show me how to do the round in the merry.
You all are from Baldur's Gate.
A little bit.
That's currently where I have my stuff. Although, actually, no, all my stuff is in my bag. That's the last place that I was for more than 5 days.
what Zash said.
Yeah.
Are you
got
from Baldur's Gate originally?
Yes, I am.
Oh. What part of Baldur's Gate you from? Do you ever go by 9 Ink? I got a great little house plus a tattoo store there. I do good work. If you ever need to come by, it's on me.
No, sorry. I never really ventured out of the upper city.
It is a very big city.
Okay.
A noble, then.
No, once upon a time, I guess.
What made you decide to leave?
Things changed. The city got destroyed. But yeah, I have not been back since.
No, I think there's a very important question here. Do you want to go back?
That's a better question.
We should probably go. We have to collect.
We do.
Just one little thing, if I may. She goes to the portrait that now has a big hole in it, and you can see Raphael looking back at Shale with a smile on his face as he's just moved to a different part. She smiles back, and then she takes her hand and grips the frame, and you watch as cold just sort of spreads out across the rest of the portrait while she's still smiling and looking at Raphael. And she freezes it solid. And then slams it down and it... Sorry.
Oh, don't
Shall
be
we?
sorry about that. That was amazing.
Thank you. I'm learning to manifest a little bit differently.
All right. Leo.
And he's like started walking. He's like about to touch the doorknob. Huh?
It's a good thing I stopped you. Zash?
Yeah.
You're fairly good at seeing if things are trapped or otherwise, right?
I am the best at it.
Great. Leo, darling, is there a chance that when we walk in on this wizard, he's gonna, I don't know, fireball directly in the face?
Ooh, I hope you do.
I don't know. Based on his current modus operandi, probably not. He seems very elusive.
All right.
But
You know,
I don't know. I've never dealt with them before.
that's fair. That's fair. It's just a thought that I had because we're sort of encroaching on his territory and he seems a little touchy. Zash, would you mind?
Oh, yeah, of course. And I'll go walking on up and look for traps and look to see
Okay.
if it's unlocked.
Make me an investigation check.
Okay.
Can I also look?
Yeah. Make me
The fun thing being, I'm not actually good at investigation.
I
I rolled
think-
a 13, though.
You know what?
25.
I did not roll that.
We'll let it stand going forward just because my brain. I'm going to have looking at traps be perception or investigation, your choice.
Oh, thank you.
I'm going to start doing that just because my brain always struggles between different which one applies to when. So we're just
My
gonna do
brain
that.
goes nearsighted and farsighted for
Exactly.
For the two. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Do I see the problem? Can I get the details of the problem kind of thing?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Udazash, you don't see anything mechanical that is trapping the door. Leopold, you see along the handle in very, very, very fine small script a line of runes that are inscribed into the metal of the handle. You said 25?
Mhm.
Here's a question for Leopold. Does Leopold know how to read magic?
I'm going to say yes because of the intention of how he was going to grow up.
Got it.
I'll also say that to kind of add to that, each time Winnie has been like effing wizards, Leopold has like winced. Not like out of fear, but like, you could tell that like
Yeah, it's affected Leopold. In some way.
It's like, oh, they're not talking about me, but they're talking about me.
Yeah,
That-
yeah.
I love that.
You can see that this line of magic is necromantic in nature. And I will give you also with a 25 because that is a hell of an investigation check. This is a relatively advanced necromantic spell.
Okay. I think you see his hand like reaching out, but then like he definitely pauses as Udazash is also looking. He like looks at Udazash, looks back at the handle. Maybe we shouldn't touch.
Oh, do you see something?
It's lots of dead people power.
Dead people? Like, is the door haunted?
Or the runes etched onto it. Read.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, that is very small. You have very good eyes.
There are there runes?
Mm-hmm.
Do you mind if I take a look?
Just don't touch it. It's pretty advanced, and I don't want you to just become a ghoul or something.
Oh god, that would be incredibly inconvenient. Winnie kind of thinks to herself, and like in thinking to herself, also kind of reaches out to I feel like she always is kind of aware of her patron, semi-aware of where they are, what's like, are they watching? Are they distracted? And there's like that half second of, ah! And I think she, like in her head, she asks, can I even become a ghoul?
You hear a voice that is ever changing, but at this point, it sounds feminine in nature. It sounds maybe early 20s. You hear, oh, I mean, I guess if they try hard enough.
That's something to consider.
I wouldn't put yourself in that position, though.
Oh, no, I don't intend to. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
DM, I have Eyes of the Runekeeper.
You do.
I love
You know
how
what?
on point the name of that power is right now.
Yeah, it's literally like, I can read runes.
Mhm.
I am going to let it ride that to identify the spell, it would have been like an Arcana check. But with Eyes of the Runekeeper, and given that you guys have identified exactly where it is and can read said runes, you identify that this spell that is attached to this door handle is the Blight spell.
So when he kind of like doesn't like get close enough to where she could accidentally like bump it, but like squints a little and goes, "Oh, nope, Blight."
Oh.
Blight. What's blight? I never heard of this blight. Why is someone blighted? What's blight?
It's it's like you said, it's a very advanced necromantic spell. Hurts like a son of a bitch.
Ooh.
It sucks all the water out of you and you feel very dehydrated, but in a
How's
very deadly
how's Shale
way.
doing?
Ugh.
Yeah.
Shale is listening. But again, her eyes are on Leo. Yes, gross. Bad time. Don't do it. Don't touch it. Don't ever get hit by it.
Weird. I don't what. So how do we get past?
Shale.
You need
Hmm?
one.
I don't have. It's not my. Please.
I mean, I have one thought. I don't have it's the hand thing. I don't have that. But I might have something. Just to
Oh,
be
I
on the
guess that does make sense. Because it's not really you. It's more of a aspect. Yeah, everyone move back. Oh, just step back like some feet. And then when
I step
you
back.
think you've made enough feet, step back 5 feet more.
Step back some feet is the best way.
Step back some feet.
And he's just gonna move back as well. Probably bump into somebody, whoever behind him. Probably with his ass because they were right next to each other. Actually,
Hi.
or Winnie because Winnie stepped up too. Yeah, that makes sense. Are we far enough? Wait, let's find out. The handle suddenly turns.
The door opens without issue.
I was just supposed to ask, is the
Doors?
door unlocked? And can I just thaumaturgy and open it anyway?
Doors,
Yeah.
Just
Fucking
slam.
doors.
doors.
I love it.
Yep.
Look, to be fair, whether it was locked or not, it still had a blight trap on it, and that's not a good thing.
Exactly. Oh, you did that very good.
Yeah, that makes. Oh, you totally should have thought of that from the beginning. Guess it makes sense.
Thank you, Leo.
Thank you, Leopold.
Yeah, anyone insightful, he again is waiting to see what the group would do.
Winnie's just going to thank him.
No, let me rephrase that. He was waiting to see what they would do with the blight. Not a. I want to see them get hurt. It didn't come off as that. More so, how are they going to figure this out?
Yeah.
But also, my food. I'll be right back.
Oh, go do your thing. I kind of want to wait for like 2 seconds for Omega to get back.
because
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
Did you guys know we're sponsored by Modern Artifice? Did you?
We're sponsored by Modern Artifice. That's right. If you want the dice twice as nice as the next piece of lice, come over here and get it thrice. That's
Okay.
right. Modern Artifice.
Okay, all
Okay,
right,
I'm
okay.
hiring you, PJ, to write
Fucking
as many
Yeah.
ridiculous, rhymey bullshit lines.
See, what you don't know is that I used to be in an improv school, and I was
Oh.
unfortunately blessed to have to join the singing improv troupe of the collective. Can I sing? No, I cannot. So I had to learn. Oh, this is so cringe. I had to be the rapping guy. Was I good at rap? No, I was not. But it was better than singing. So that's my life story. That's why I'm here, and that's how I can rhyme on the spot.
You became an improv spoken word poet.
Every word and sentence in what you just said is the worst thing I've ever heard. And I lived it. And I lived. That was me. I did that every Friday or Saturday night in Sherman Oaks, striking
Listen,
down with lightning. It was not great.
We
Damn.
all did stuff in our past that is cringe. We all were children
You
once,
know-
or teenagers, or 20-year-olds,
your-
or
yeah, in your
30-year-olds.
mid-20s,
I mean,
Mhm,
All right.
mhm, mhm.
PJ, so you're not alone. And I realize I'm on the internet.
Let's get real. Let's do it.
Grade school or junior high?
Do you want me to ask you about grade school or junior high?
Just pick one.
Oh, let's go with junior high, baby.
God damn it. I was really hoping you'd go to grade school.
Is there
never
a better
offered this-
story in grade school? I'll jump where the stories are.
No, it's fine. I'm I may or may not know the choreography for several in-sync dances. Anyway, so Leopold opens
Listen.
the door.
if Deadpool has taught us anything, that's a skill. Have you watched the guy who learned that dance who became Deadpool for that? Like, okay, I'm sorry, Leopold's back.
I don't trust whatever
Fine.
just happened.
No, it's cool.
You're
Everything's
just
fine.
vamping. It's fine.
Actually, I do have a quick question for Omega.
Uh-huh.
When you backed up and then you said you kind of backed into Udazash and maybe Winifred, how much force did you back up into?
You know,
me?
I'm gonna
Because-
leave that to a roll.
Okay.
You know, I'm gonna do it. Y'all can't see it anyway. I'm gonna leave it to a roll. I wish I could move my camera. 1 through 11 is force. There's the force to it. He probably didn't catch himself as much. Ugh! That's 2. Yes. Whoever he bumped into, it was most likely Udazash. You feel cloth. You feel everything. I don't think he would have. His hands wouldn't have been back. So I don't think you feel. I think you just feel his form. He feels slightly taller than he looks.
That's
You can feel like the small of the back. It's not in the right spot.
yeah, for what his height seems to be.
Yeah, it's not
Okay.
super off, but it's definitely slightly off.
Mhm.
But
I have a question. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. My apologies. But when I was pulling you up, I was curious about this, but no one said anything. Was the weight that I pulled appropriate for the individual I was carrying? Was it deceptively heavier, deceptively lighter?
I think probably a tad bit lighter, just a tad bit. But he's also like young, so
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
As the door opens, you can hear coming from the other side. Oh, good. You've finally arrived. Please enter, take your payment, and leave. You can
I'll look
see
to leave.
what looks like a laboratory on the other side of the door.
how long has it been? How long does that last? It lasts for 10 minutes. How I assume 10 minutes have passed since I cast Detect Magic.
Yes.
I'll cast it again.
Okay.
This time you all do see like a like a aura shift in a way. But it doesn't seem like anything very specific. You can just tell like there's just an arcanic power that comes upon him. As he says, 1 second, and the 1 second is the verbal aspect of the spell. As his eyes shift, you see that pinky purple glow. Just to see if he's actually looking at a laboratory and or looking at payment.
Looking through the door, you can feel some more of that sort of generic arcane energy emanating throughout the air. You don't see any illusory magics or anything obscuring anything in the doorway. It looks like it opens up into a larger room. You don't immediately see like a coin purse with like money written on it. But it looks like it does open up into like a personal laboratory of some kind.
Okay. Just gonna look at the others, like walking in together.
Yes. we will not leave you to do it alone.
This is the part in where you do the talking.
Mm-hmm.
You got
Yes,
this.
he will start to walk in.
Okay. You walk in to actually we can do this now. There and there. Because I am an audio whore and I like my ambient stuff.
Ambient stuffs.
Stuff. You walk in to a room with an open window. In the center of it is this pedestal that seems to be glowing with this sort of fading blue light. There are several runes inscribed on the top of it, and all the cracks in the stone glow with that same light. Is there something in the center on top of it? You can see several shelves filled with all sorts of arcane implements. You see wands. You see what look like old, decrepit, ancient skulls of some long since deceased creature. You see old tomes like piled up haphazardly. You see endless empty like inkwells that have just like been discarded and haven't been picked up in days probably. And at this pedestal is an individual wearing a white robe with like gold trim. It's very dirty, and it looks like it's not fitting him well, because you see a mostly humanoid human wizard with long gray hair that comes down to like the center of his back. But from your angle, he's turned away from you, and you can see that part of his head is a distinctly different look. The hair that grows is from one side of the head, but the other is a deep red skin with a bald sort of scalp. One arm seems to be longer than the other, and it also has that same red coloration to the skin, and he sort of maneuvers around this pedestal, and you can see this individual looks like he was once human, but parts of him are no longer that. And so you can see one fiendish horn that sort of extends up. It is cracked and corrupted. It's like it's not supposed to be there. You see the fiendish eye of a tiefling, but it's like only part of his face. The arm that is too long looks like it was once an arm that belonged to a fiendish creature in the hells. His back is hunched, and his legs they don't bend the way that they should. And it doesn't take long to understand that this individual, while in the hells, decided to experiment a little bit with different features of those below. And some of those have crossed over into the material plane. he is observing what looks like a black iron. It almost looks like a lantern. And Utazash and Winifred and Marcus recognize this lantern. And this glow from the pedestal continues as he's focusing on these very precise somatic components. And he just says,
Yes, the payment is on the table across from my right. If you don't mind, just take it and leave. There is 2 months' worth of gold.
What are you doing with that?
Experimenting, trying to understand how to modify its enchantments. And as
No,
he's-
that thing is really, really evil. It is like a cage for souls, and you should not be playing with that.
I understand that there are many things that exist within the hells that are perceived as evil, and I would like to... Damn it! And you see some of the shapes that he was creating in that arcane glow fade, and the glow of the pedestal fades. An object is but an object. What it's used for is not inherently evil. It's the purpose of who uses it. That is what establishes it as evil. I am trying to understand this to try to modify it in some way.
But I told you what it does. It steals souls, and that is evil because nothing should be a cage for souls.
You are correct.
I
I am
usually am.
You are correct. I'm merely trying to understand the source of these arcane enchantments. The magic here is different than what I've exposed. Why am I debating theory to you? Who are you? May I help you?
Hi, hello. Collecting for Granny. I'll just.
Oh, yes,
where is
no.
it?
It's a table right over there.
And you see a pouch. Well, you actually see 2 pouches with 150 gold each.
I'm gonna. Oops, sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, he doesn't move from his spot because he doesn't trust, but Pouch lifts and start to come his way one at a time.
I'm gonna lean over to Winifred. Are there souls in there?
I don't know, DM. Are there souls in there?
Make a perception check.
Yes.
Ooh.
Natural 20.
Yes.
I was really hoping you were all excited to roll a natural 1.
I mean, there are
Fail,
times,
baby.
but now is not the time.
Failure breeds character, and I got lots.
25 total.
Okay. Winnie sees 3 souls in the lantern that Alabaster is studying. You see 3. 3 of them.
Zash, you see Winnie sort of chew her words. And then Sylvan, 3.
I look back at Alabaster, and all traces of joy and glee are gone. There are souls in there. You should let them out.
What?
There are souls in there. And if you don't know how to let them out, then we can. We have dealt with this before. But you should
Okay,
stop.
That's wonderful. I made a deal to be able to research the arcane enchantments on this lantern. And while I do acknowledge that there are souls that are possibly locked inside,
I pull out my bow and I shoot him.
Make an attack roll.
Yep. He got one chance. And then the bow is out and he's getting attacked. Thank you, everybody, for checking chat. That's a dirty 30.
A dirty 30.
I rolled a 19 on the die, so yes. He says, I acknowledge that there's souls in there. And then,
Well, then that. Oh no! I'm so sorry.
oh,
Yeah.
there's no sorry.
Oh, I was gonna. Okay. Oh
I'm
dear.
sorry.
All right.
Roll
I'm not-
damage.
Okay.
We passed the talking pot.
15.
Us, we doing that now. We passed that.
D4, D6. We'll see what happens. Do I have to split the damage for you? Any psychic, radiant, or magical piercing?
No, you're good.
Okay. So 23 damage with the first attack, but I will wait for others to react to that before I attack.
Oh, I'm like at the ready. I'm this close. The minute this dude gets aggro, I'm there.
You fire the arrow, and it.
What is that?
I'll give you another chance. Let them out or let us take them.
I will need you all to roll initiative.
Yes.
And if only because we're approaching time and because I have to design a map and many other things like layer actions because you're in his tower.
I'm sorry, everybody.
Do not be. That is a wonderful, wonderful character choice. I love it so much. Mark down your initiative roll because I'm going to ask at the top of the session next time. Beautiful. I love that. I love it so much.
He hit a thing. He hit a
Look,
sore spot.
He had me pissed off, and he's like, I made a deal for this, and he's all like Frankenstein's tiefling over there, and I'm like, I was told to be polite. I'm supposed to be polite until I'm not supposed to be. And then when you did it, I was like, oh, thank God I can finally let loose. Ugh.
Udizash gave him the one chance of like, oh, maybe he doesn't know. And then was, oh, he knows, and he's let them stay.
Uh-huh. Okay. Well, thank you all for joining us for tonight's episode of Shadows over Baldur's Gate. I am very excited to see how this all goes. But before we sign off, we have a wonderful cast that we would like to once again give the spotlight to. Let us know where we can find you. Let us know what you're working on.
Hi, I'm Lauren Urban. You can find me at lauren-urban.com. She, her. I'm a problem child. Thank you.
Hey everybody, my name is Omega Jones, also known as Crit Bard. This is an intriguing development. And I can't wait to see how everyone reacts to this. Including Granny.
Yeah, that part.
Mm.
Hi, hello, good evening, folks. You can call me Laura or Tutu or Laura Tutu. You can find me all over the internet. Usually it's some iteration of _ Laura Tutu, or you can find all of my things and all of my stuff at lauratutu.com. Thanks. Shit.
Hello, everyone. I'm happy for violence, but my name is PJ, and you can find me all over the internet at PJ McGaw. That's right, everywhere on the internet, PJ McGaw, MEGAW. And when I'm not here on Friday, about to rock this dude's fade, you can also find me here on Tuesdays for the last 2 episodes of My Hero Academia D+. And we are starting strong, because much like next week, for Friday, we're going to start with a fight. This week, we're starting with a fight at My Hero Academia. Watch me have PvP with Jonathan. It's going to be... I'm going to cry. It's going to be great. Anyway, so that's happening Tuesday. Friday, of course, be back here. Some awesome stuff at TCG coming soon, #, and some amazing things else I can talk about. But again, when you want to know about those things, go to my social media. I'll probably talk about it there. Thank you so much. Giving it back to Cujo.
Hi, everyone. I am Cujo. I have been your chronicler for this evening. This is, I think, one of my favorite endings to a session. This feeling that I have, and what, like, Laura being head down, just, it's so
I'm sorry,
good.
Laura.
character choices. I love them so much. I
Mhm.
love how they can shape and
This is
take
perfect.
hard lefts. It
This
is
is
awesome.
Yes.
Mhm.
I love
There's
this.
I will just say this since the little bits have come out, but like there is a big reason. There's
Mhm.
big reason. She didn't just do it on a whim.
Oh, I mean, it was very clear based
Yeah.
on how she reacted to the first lantern.
Mhm.
So, no, this all tracks.
Yeah. I am Cujo. I have been your chronicler for this evening. You can find me all over the place as Cujo Plays Games or Critic Chronicles. This channel streams Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. As you can see, Fridays are Shadows over Baldur's Gate. Congratulations, you found us. On Tuesday, it is my birthday, and it is a birthday My Hero Academia stream where we're probably going to do a tipathon, and if we get high enough, when I do the announcement video for the Kingdom Hearts game, it might be me covering Simple and Clean in the background. I'm sorry for your ears if that happens, but come and tune in. It's D Plus Ultra. It is our Kids on Bikes anime superhero extravaganza where there's so much heavy drama this season, and it's been great. On Thursdays, you can catch us here for some Tales of the Valiant. Thank you, Kobold Press, for the sponsorship. Which that game is also just absolutely bonkers and ridiculous. So yeah, if you're a fan of these campaigns, come and tune in. In the meantime, on Wednesdays, you can catch me at Nerd Immersion playing some Phandelver and Below, where you can meet Gable, the gentleman duelist. But yeah, we are going to go ahead and get a raid set up for Mage RPG. We want to give them some love. Tell them we sent you. Tell the GM to give them some sort of advantage, or maybe an extra blood die or something like that.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're playing vampire right now, so
I
they'll need that. Yeah,
Listen.
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 Hero points for everybody. I don't care the system. You get a hero point now.
Just
Yeah.
give them. Listen, everybody deserves an extra 25 XP.
Yes.
Hey.
But in the meantime, be nice to each other. We love you. We appreciate you. Keep moving forward one way or another. And we will see you guys next time. Good night, everybody.